Forex is the one, man. Forex is
So
the one.
you, I was laughing the other day, right? So I was looking
Yeah,
at Ujagwa. So Jagwa had he went to school, he studied and he did everything, and he was like, no, Forex is the way. Why is it
yeah,
that most of the people who are Forex traders and who are really making it, ne, they went to school. These people studied, and after studying, they're like,
yeah.
no, 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 no. Forex. Why do you think is that? What was the reason for you? Was it because now you love money? Like I always say, I love money. Like, that's why I'm
Okay,
here.
let me be honest with you. A lot of people, let me just be straightforward. In a generation we live in today, we made school look like as a significant thing or a way out to being successful. For an
Yeah.
instance, you need to go to school, you need to study for you to get a job, for you to get paid, right? But if you can look at it, when you tap into a space of you are introduced to the way of making money with the skill instead of having to study, write, and pass. Your mind kind of like switches up a bit because it's just like, okay, if I can learn this skill and make money, what's the whole point of staying 4 years, studying, giving homeworks, and all that shit?
No,
You get what I'm saying?
my
It's
thing is, listen to my thing. My thing is, you go to varsity, you get a student loan, and then when you pass, you go to work, and then you have to pay the student loan. You also have to take the car with. I don't like the idea of buying a car using installments. Then you have to take an
yeah, yeah,
installment,
yeah.
and the car takes. You have to fix your mother's house, and then you have to buy them food. Your
Imagine, man.
15,000 is gone. And then in one day, in a week, you can make the whole money for the whole year. And you're like,
You
ah,
get it.
but how does it happen that I have to sit here and study? Like, I don't understand. It's like we are caged, man. We
It,
are
it, it,
inside of a
it,
cage.
but we won't blame it though. It's because of like it's something. You know what I normally say based on psychology. I say, um, the minute something is echoed a lot in your ears, it subconsciously registers in your brain.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
When you grow up, you are told that school, 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 school all the time. So in your head, as you grow up, school is only something that echoes in your head. School, 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 school. So you think
Mm.
the minute you don't attend school, you're gonna fail in life. That's why we
Ish.
get this. That's when we get these niggas who dropped out in school in cassis because they were told their dreams of Stacey. Simple fact: school
Yeah.
is is a thing, is a prison that steals people's dreams. Pure
Thank
blank
you.
period.
Thank
School,
you.
it's just a straight fact prison that steals people's dreams. You might have a dream to become a superstar, and then just because you were subconsciously registered that school is the one, automatically that's gonna. I don't want to disappoint my parents. I remember even with me before I graduated, nah, I used to tell
Yeah.
my parents, I think when I was in grade 11, I started in grade 10. I said to my parents, I'm gonna be successful, whether legal or illegal. That's what I used to say, right?
Yeah.
I used to be like, nah, man, if I need to do some wrong shit in order to make it in life, I'ma do it.
Hey,
I'ma be,
I know.
I'ma be,
No,
I'ma be
yeah.
Pablo, man. I,
No, I don't.
I, I swear, I was like, I'm gonna be Pablo. I'm gonna be all these people that did all the wrong things. Did you see that person that said that robbed 10 cents on everyone in the world? I
Yeah.
thought the 10 cents
It
in there.
was right. You were thinking that, ne?
You get
Hey,
what I'm saying?
filthy,
I,
yeah. Yeah.
I was going to do it, but luckily enough, after I got my degree, the year before I got my degree, it was the year where I got my blow up. I was just glad that God introduced me to a legal thing to do in order to be successful, not the illegal way. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
after that being introduced, it feels like, imagine if I knew, you know, something I still beat myself up even still today. I
Yeah.
asked God, why didn't I know about this whole thing of trading back then when I still had the
Yeah.
chance of, you know, the
Yeah.
more you stay in a game, you become more broad about it,
No,
you become more experienced and stuff. Yeah.
the thing is, God knew that there's somebody you were going to motivate today. So if it was back then you were not going to relate to most of us. When I mean
Hey,
us, I
hey,
mean all of us. Then
hey,
God knew.
yeah,
Because my thing is, I was always angry that, you know what, God, in these private schools whereby people are paying like, hey, more than 1 million for a person to just finish a year and learn and not even go to university. You know, there's those schools whereby the kids are not even going to university, but the school fee, it's up
It's
there,
too
right?
much. Yeah.
So what I figured about them is that, do you know that they teach them trading? God, before you finish
Correct.
school or you are a fully blown trader, they trade SPX. I was talking to this other kid. Hey, guys, if you go to Stacey, you'll understand. This
Yeah.
kid knows about
Hey.
SPX. You know what I mean, right? If we
Yeah,
go to
yeah, yeah.
and go to the school and sit down, guys, the level is just out of this world. And what I love about that school, yes, right now we'll talk about education, but what they teach them is to trade, guys. They'll tell you, buy this thing. It is a tech company. It is this and
Yeah.
that and that. That's what they teach them the charts. And you ask yourself, but why didn't we have that in school? Like, what
Imagine.
was the reason for them to teach us how to become a doctor while we are not even good at science and mathematics?
Yeah,
Like,
facts, facts, facts.
that's why I hated school. I believe that school was made for monkeys. We can't climb trees, but monkeys can.
Nah, but one thing I'll tell you, Stacey, is that in as much as school is a prison of killing dreams, we still need education for the sake of being able to read, being able to write, being able
Yeah.
to like analyze, be able to think and all of that. But that's why I respect schools in China. Schools in
Yeah.
China, they groom a
They
human.
better what you have. They better what you
Yeah.
have already. Your IQ, if
It's
your IQ is tech, they better you using the technology. But I
yeah.
didn't want. Why? Thank you for
It's
coming to this live. Now, when we start
yeah.
thinking about the universe reflecting back, people would understand, right?
Yeah,
Because
for
now, if
sure.
your child is good with using a phone, like I can sit with my daughter, right? She goes on
Yeah.
YouTube, she learns all these things, and she comes back, she shows me, Mama, this is how we do it. Guys, YouTube has been an educational system for our kids. They're not even in should I say grade one yet? But the kind of knowledge they have that comes from YouTube,
Yeah.
guys, I believe in 4IR. I don't know if you believe in it also, fourth industrial revolution. For
Yeah,
the
for
fact
sure.
that my daughter has a laptop, she has a phone. With a
Yeah.
laptop and a phone, she stands a better chance of learning more than she gets at school.
True facts. True facts. True facts.
That's why at
Yeah.
university, most of the time when you apply, they would ask you, do you have a computer in the house? If you say no, then it's going to be harder for you to learn and actually evolve with time. But if you say yes, you have a better chance of being that big person,
True
right?
facts.
Let's talk
Yeah.
about people who are doing IT. If you didn't have a computer, then how are you going to write a test? How are you going to practice everything to do with IT, the coding? Now, let's
Mm,
talk about
mm,
Forex
mm,
when it comes to YR. Most people
mm.
are losing their jobs, and it is only now that they realize there's something called Forex, and it could actually sustain us for a very long time. But where was all of this when we needed it when we were young, Marandi? Where was
Yeah.
all of
True
that?
facts. True facts. At first, Forex was hidden because it was considered as something illegal. And it was never too broad until the FSCAs, until all these legislations and acts came through. So it was something that
Yeah.
was hidden. Yeah. So right now, as it blows up, I feel like it's blowing up based off we moving to the fourth industrial revolution. Bear in
Yeah.
mind, one thing I'm noticing now, if you don't make money, if you don't make money, if you don't learn how to make money right now online, yo, you are
Yeah.
fucked for the next future. You are
No.
fucked for the next future. One thing I'd say to you, it's congratulations, actually, Stacey, for you realizing your skills, for you upgrading your skills, and realizing while it's still early that Forex works. Because trust me, in the next 5 years, the level that you'll be at, it won't be the same as where you are right now, or possibly where I am. It won't be. It will be different because we will be the ones that rule this shit. Okinawa is the
Hey,
same thing as what? It's the same thing
winning.
as
What
like
are you
exact.
You're right.
It's the same thing as like, when you look back and you like, let's talk about football, right? When you look at back in the footballs and you still like thinking, there's one person that but how about you come DC? That nigga was
Hey,
a player. That
that
nigga was
nigga,
a player. Yeah,
yeah, you would have left a mark.
it's some people that continuously echo in your head. So if it's something, that's why I congratulate everybody. Basically, let me just say congratulations for everybody, understanding that trading it's a new level of making type money moving together with the fourth industrial revolution. But bear in mind, don't just allow trading to be only the trading that you do. Trading, guys, it's one skill that's simple, but it's not easy. Don't get it wrong.
Yeah.
It's simple, but not easy.
Oh, but not easy.
You look at the charts there, you're thinking, hey, you'll buy low, you'll sell high. But when you need to do that, you're like, fuck, shit. You just like, fuck. That you see. So trading, it's simple, but not easy. When people say trading is hard, guys, that's lies. Trading is not hard. Trading is not difficult. Trading is just simple. People choose to make it hard. People just choose to make it hard. So yeah. But beyond everything, man, congratulations to everybody, man. It's just amazing. Basically, guys, you all just signed up for something else, and I actually am glad that I met you. It actually encouraged me that my target this year is to actually break the ice about women in Forex. I want to break that ice. That's my target.
Yeah.
I feel like naturally, women are born to be emotional people, and they are very scared to try things out. You understand? Like, yeah.
One thing I've realized, sorry to just jump in. One thing I realized about women, once they get it, Andile, you're in trouble.
Manika,
once they get it,
I said so to you when we were in a yacht. I said so to you.
Yeah.
Like, if women can get a grasp of how trading is, and all of them, they do the same thing, bro, we fuck. We fuck.
Yeah.
We fuck.
I'm telling you, you'll see a woman going like, okay, so how can you trade like this? Just 2 or 3 days, they come show you what they can do with your skill.
Bro. One thing about women, they're naturally born smart and born to be able to analyze, born to be able to see. For an example, why do you think mothers are the better people to raise kids? Why is it always the case? It's because they are able to see the version of growth. So imagine if that's applied on the charts. When you look at the charts, automatically you can see, okay, we can actually grow till this much. We can actually grow or move till this point. What's the weakness? The weakness might be this, might be that. If you can see that on a human being, what about the charts?
What about the charts, man? Thank you. Thank you. Yo, confirmations, guys. So yeah, women empowerment is it's literally needed. And I feel like most women are afraid of coming out. Like me, I was afraid of coming out. Why? Because now it's a male-dominated world. The minute you come out, you are afraid of men are going to look at you in some type of way. Because I still experience those men who come to me and say, Stacey, you think you're all that. This is what I'm able to do. And I'll be sitting at my corner like, why is it a competition while I'm not even in the game already? I'm not even trying to show that I'm best at what I do. I'm just doing what I do.
It's intimidation.
We need more women coming out. We need more women.
One thing that I once advised Manando is that there's this poem. I don't know if you know it. The poem of mine. I say, I got this. I didn't believe this at first. I mean, did you see that post of that poem that I like doing? I said to it, now I'm standing in front of the high bars set by those who came before me, because I'm sure I can actually top that. The reason why I said that, it was because obviously there's people who came first into trading before we even knew about it, right? Yeah. Just because we are on the come up and they can actually see us fly from zero to hero just like that, it makes them feel intimidated because they've been leading or ruling the game for the longest time, that when a newbie comes, they feel threatened they're going to lose what they have. And this makes everybody want to fight to being at the top. But if you can look at it, that's why we get traders beefing. That's why we get traders fighting and all that bullshit and stuff like that. But if you can notice, in the trading in the Forex industry, there's FXGOAT. A lot of traders have beefed with us before, but have you seen us engaging? No. You know why? You choose your fight wisely.
Yes, thank you. You choose where to just put your energy.
Yeah, I'd rather fight for making money than fight with somebody that after I win, I still gain nothing. I'd rather when they say, yes, good, we just look at them like, me, I will never help a crazy person to be crazy. I got too much to lose than much to gain.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
we just leave it like that. It's the same thing that, Stacey, if somebody comes to you and say, Stacey, you think you are the shit and whatever, just say, thank you, it's fine. I'm, according to myself, I'm the shit. If you don't believe I'm the shit, you are the only one in hell who don't know. You are the only one in hell who don't know. That's how it is. So you just gotta keep being humble, man. You see, if there's one person I also respect, man, who taught me how to be humble, it's Jason Noah.
Yeah, yeah.
You see, Jason Noah is one person who taught me how to be humble. You remember there was a saga of Jason Noah and Andile. Not me though. There was that saga back then.
Andile Maisela. Yes.
Yeah, something like that. There was that saga, and then Andile Andile was fighting Jason Noah. But Jason Noah kept quiet. He never fought back. He never did nothing. But look at today. Who's still relevant?
Ish.
That's why I say to you, choose your fight wisely. Choose your fight wisely, man. I think I'm done preaching now.
I know you're actually making a very, very nice point. But you know, from all of this, ne, what I'm learning is confirming to myself that I don't need to prove a point. I just need to stand there and win all time.
Congratulations to your way to being a billionaire. You know, you discovered that automatically you are a billionaire.
Now I understand.
Yeah.
Like, do your everyday chore and yeah, let them talk and then when I push. Like how you guys podcast, they were like, these people, no, it's impossible. Then we ended up, you know, when you hate, and then you ended up liking, you know, there's something there. You hate, you like, they can't be buying, and then it's one car after another. And you're like, there's something these people understand that I don't have. Now, it's that moment for me that, you know, some people do not understand what I have. They're hating while they don't know what's inside until they can't hate anymore. They start following you even. They're like, let me follow. What they don't realize is that you're motivating yourself. That's what you're actually telling me at the moment.
Yeah, so basically, man, it's just like that. I'm loving the fact that you're catching every point that I'm raising.
I'm catching.
So yeah, man. So you see, but one thing I love about trading, even though you fall, you'll still find a way to get back. You see, even right now, we might be thinking Andile Maisela is quiet. He might be laying low, doing something, and then
he is.
And then when he comes through, boom, first volume multi-trillionaire. I'm like, what the fuck? You get it? But in overall, you are your only competition, man. Nobody else. You can't let nobody tell you who you need to be or how you need to be or how you need to act like when you are the one who knows what you want and you and that person don't have the same goal. That's why, I mean, if you notice, it's mostly I do music, I'm with my crew, elevating, or rather with my girl. The reason is I avoid all these world things because they have a certain type of way of distracting the goals and targets you have. Do you think if as FXGOAT we're too much focused on the world things, we were going to be soon launching our broker? No. You think as FXGOAT, if we were not focused on the goal, we would have been like, you see me, there's a difference between blowing up and staying relevant. Those are two different things. There's blowing up and staying relevant. People think it's the same thing. They think once you blow up, you're going to stay relevant. Nah. What you got to do, what is it that you got to do to stay relevant? You got to keep on working. You got to keep on working. Work never stops. Keep on working. That's why, if you can notice, even on the artistic type tip, who's the artist that you'll forever always think about? It's an artist who consistently drops, right?
It's like your best. He's always, you know.
Exactly.
It's like you hate him. You're like, Casper, he likes, but he keeps on staying.
He keeps on working.
If there's hip hop, he's there. If there's Kwaito, he's there. Yeah,
He keeps
no,
on working. So
truly inspiring.
the minute we saw that difference, to say there's a difference between blowing up and staying relevant. People think you can make one song and think one song can make you run for the next 10 years. It's not like that. It's not like that.
While the busy.
Yeah.
Hey, you can't stay relevant while there's one Andile coming. They will blow up and you look like there's nothing.
Come on. Yeah, so
no,
there's
but
that.
you're a very good rapper. I remember even me, my background is full of art. Like me, I'm all art. I act, you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah,
Hey, I spit.
sure.
So don't see this pretty face. If I stop.
Yes, sir.
So the songs I've made, they're still there, and I still listen to them. I'm like, hey man, I was the ish, yo. Yeah, that was when I read. I was the ish.
Yeah, for sure.
Apart from it all, I feel like Forex has really made me somebody. And then that's where I'm comfortable most of the time. That's my safe haven. Why? That's why I get to be my own boss, my own everything. It's like with you. The safe haven has to do with music, has to do with like writing poems, has to do with okay, when we talk about trading, I just get goosebumps over what to do. But our safe haven, we don't just allow everybody to just come and pick and just sit there and come with all this debt. Because now that's us. And if that safe haven is taken away from us, what are we going to do, man?
Imagine.
So I love the space of you sharing motivation, also giving a heads up on how we live life.
Yeah,
right?
Sure.
Just because somebody is not relevant anymore, it doesn't mean you should look down on them. They could just actually come up.
Yeah, not even come up, man. He might be quiet, but he might be fucking richer than 10 whole South African traders, and you be shocked.
Yeah.
Look at an example. The person who owned McDonald's. A person who owned McDonald's was somebody who wanted to invest his things on the McDonald's company, but he ended up being the one buying McDonald's over.
Thank you. It was the brothers, right? It was Mac and Donald, and then they made a name, and then they were too lazy to think about broadening the business. He came in, he was like, no, this is what's going to happen. They gave him one. And only that opportunity that he had, he made sure. He made sure. So, from that McDonald's, I've learned something. We watch almost similar things also. From that McDonald's thing, I learned that a trader can fall today, right? In the next coming 2 months, you ask yourself, Mara, this person didn't even have water, asking for money in my inbox. What? Never disrespect the Forex. Never.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. That's a lifetime skill, man.
Yeah.
That's a lifetime skill. Now,